Hey there, you superb internet and you fantastic creatures of the beyond. So remember that a while ago I said that I started taking notes because I had so many ideas and it's so difficult to keep up with all of them. Today I want to present to you some projects out there that can enhance your productivity and gathering your notes somewhere. I'm not affiliated with any of these sites and all that stuff, for lack of a better word. I just want to present you some good alternatives out there if you want to move away from writing notes in Notepad. I know I'm guilty of that. I had like 1,000,000,000,000,000,000 of notepads laying around on my desktop because I had to write something interesting and then I would put it somewhere and then I forgot about it and then create a new one and I was like, oh my god, what are there so many freaking files on my desktop, you know? But now I found some really good things, and I tried them all these apps that I'm going to show you, and most of them are free. Don't worry, I'll tell you which ones are not and how they are. But I've only chosen the most notable ones. I didn't install them. I mean, I had installed them in the past and used them, but eventually I have settled upon the one and only, and I'll present to you that option that isn't in this list here. But let's go through the ones that are here. So the first one is called Standard Notes. Most of them are kind of proprietary software. There are some open source one. I think Simple Notes is open source, and this one, but your one or whatever it's called. Uh, but generally speaking, most of them have a pricing tag attached to them, but they offer the free tier version. That's usually the one that you download and you stack your notes on your computer or on your device, depending on what type of device you're using it on. Some of them support Mac, some of them support Windows. I mean, most of them support Windows, and some of them even support apps for the phone. And you can see all of that stuff in the pricing. But I'm more curious to show you how they look when you're typing notes. So this is kind of it looks more like more or less like I don't know, Outlook or Thunderbird, the way they are set up, you know. And oh yeah, they tell you what uh, what platforms they are supporting. That's really nice. And this is just the demo, of course. And you can type your ideas. I'm not gonna click through all of this because they're probably other people's stuff that they've written here. But basically, you've created a note here or a file, or you put some images. It's more than just notes. You can expand this into being your own personal library if you want. Um, then another noticeable one is Obsidian, but at a first glance, it kind of looks like this one. There isn't much of a difference. They have some other things here, like with these graphs that interconnect, blah blah blah, but more or less it follows the same structure. And this one is also kind of the same in format. Um, Nothing that stands out. Sure, you can make calendars, you can put some images, coding. You have all of these tags, but yeah, it's just the standard thing. This one looks the same. Although, to be honest, in all of this that I have tried, I've always found it limiting in some way because this is called logsec. they just don't offer the best customization for plugins and things like this, and you kind of get stuck with some of them, and it hinders your productivity. This one is kind of also the same, a bit more simplified. Again, what they offer. This one also kind of the same. So you have plenty of things to choose from. So far we've seen, I forgot the name of this one, standard nodes, Obsidian, this is Notion, Joplin or Joplin, Logsec. Logsec is okay-ish, but eh, eh. Then we have simple nodes. Then we have, what's your name? One Stop. And this one is quite interesting. It's called Project N or something like that. No, it's called S Notes app. And in this one, if you have a pen tab or if you have a tablet, you can just write. I'm just using the mouse right now. But it's really cool that you can make handwritten notes. And you can use different colors, blah, blah, blah. It's really interesting. I found this one quite unique, but I think it's only online. And then maybe you need to download the note on your computer. It's a bit weird, this one. But one that I've heard a lot of good feedback is this one. It's called Napkin. Although I have to warn you, this is only online and you have to pay for it. But it's the most simplified out of all of them, and basically it's like writing your ideas on a napkin and they interconnect with each other, and it's more to shape how you see the world. Yeah. It's like a sort of interlinked thought library. Yeah, this is kind of how it's supposed to look. Although I didn't create an account because it's kind of meh. But it's simple, it's very user friendly. They also integrate AI support for it, which I'm not a very big fan of. But so yeah, it's there if you want to try it. People say it's really nice, really easy to use. But the one that I want to show you guys is this one, and this is called Anytype. And Anytype is like all the other apps but on steroids. And I customized it a lot to look like this. Right now it's in full screen mode, that's why you don't see any things on the top, but usually it does have all of this stuff. And this is not the page that you open it, this is just the library, but it's really cool because you have predefined libraries and you can create it. It's not very user friendly in terms of the UI, something that a lot of these projects have in common, sadly, but if you get used to it and you understand how it works and how to make it mold into your hands based on your workflow, you can create some really awesome stuff. So you have a username which you have to log into. Even though I keep my files on the computer, you also have an option to keep them in the cloud, in their cloud. But I opted out of that option simply because I like to keep everything local. There is a time and space for doing things, and I don't like to take my notes everywhere I go. I just like to keep them there. If I really have an idea, I just type it in my phone, but that's very rare. So I don't need to sync anything. Although you can do that. There is even the ability to cooperate between nodes. Like, for example, if you have a friend who also uses the app and he's online, he's storing things online, you can sync notes in between your accounts, which is really neat and interesting, but it's not my thing. I just like to use it as minimalist as possible. Although the option is there, and this software also gives you the ability to write much more than just notes. You can basically create ERP type of projects. You can even make it as a wiki. You can even make it as an archive for your, I don't know, a database for information that you like to store, like a book collection, because you can upload files in it. And so basically, this is the structure that I follow. I like to have my stream ideas here, and it's highly customizable. You put all of these things. These are icons that I've selected myself. They don't come with the app. But this is things that we have talked in the past, so I can create this sort of things that I like to check. Is like, okay, now I'm talking about this, bam, I cross it out. I don't even need to press Ctrl S or save it anywhere. It saves on the go. This is a function that I love. I type it and I don't even need to press any button or anything else. It's always saved. And you can create special features in here and tags and blah 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 that are you can display. It can get a bit stuffy and overwhelming, but once you master it, it's super easy to write your notes and forget about them. And I have my own personal notes, of course. And in the library, you can define your custom type of pages, because you can create different types of pages like this, tasks or collections. Like, for example, if I go here, this is a collection, and it displays something like this with images and whatever however you wish to make it. It's highly customizable in the sense of layouts, and it's really neat. But if you really want to create a new space from scratch, when you create it, you have this option to, you have first you give it a name, and then here you can select one of the, like, for example, bookshelf, and you go create, and it creates sort of like a bookshelf for you with objects and notes and whatever. But this is just an idea. And I'm gonna go back to my original one. And the cool thing is that you get this, which I really like. It's very minimalistic in nature. And I can do this. I can pull everything. But it organizes things really cool, because right here I have two collections, which is favorites and all. And these ones connect only these pages, but these pages also have inner links and so on and so forth. But I also have some collections that are not in here and they're hidden. So if I don't want to have something here, but I still want to have access to it, for example, this archive, which is not there, then I can do this archive and add things in here. And it's really neat. So for example, if I want to create a new page, I'm gonna go and let's say I'm gonna create this custom one that I have made for myself with a template. Then I click here. I'm gonna either select an emoji if I want to, or I can upload an image that is available on my computer. But right now, let's say I'm gonna just select. Actually, there is a nice little thing somewhere. But where is it? It's not displaying. Sometimes you have, like in the emojis, you have a random one. So you don't have to... Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna select this one. You can give it a name. Aloha. And if you want to give it a description, and then you can just type here. I just put this arrow to know where I want to type. And if you want to type, like if you want to type text, like so, it's okay. Then I go to the next line. But if I want to create something more specialized, I have all of these options here, like a checkbox, a bulleted list, toggles, files, pictures, videos, PDFs, blah blah blah. You can embed links from various things. You can create other links to other pages within the notes itself. Lots and lots of options, and it might look a bit difficult to navigate through at first. I know I instantly deleted it after 10 minutes when I got too confused in this, but then I pushed through and it was worth it. It was worth it at the end. And the community is rather helpful, the Anytype community. You guys can check out their site. They're constantly updating this app. And like, for example, let's say I want to add an URL here. You can, I'm not sure exactly how you type it. I don't see it, notes. But if I type like this, /URL, no, note. Okay, never mind. I want to, for example, a bookmark, okay? And it tells me introduce a link here. And I'm just gonna say https google.com. Let's not do Google, let's do duckduckgo.com. Bam. And it already sets the image itself from the page. Everything is like magic. Super fun, super easy. If I want to add something else, let's say I want to go with this toggle, something here, and I can do like this and type in the toggle something else. Ta-da! And now I can collapse it, you see? Really, really awesome. Super easy to go. And another thing that I highly, highly love is the fact that you don't need to cut the text and move it. You can just click and drag. Well, this one is empty. And if you have something in it, like you can change the color, you can change even the background, and if you want to get rid of it, you just delete it. And if you deleted something by accident, well, in this case it was just a text, but if you delete this page, for example, oh, and another cool thing, I can go with the cover, and they are connected to Unsplash or Unsplash, and you can just select one of the images or one of that you have in the library already. Let's say this one, and then you can play with the layout, set how wide you want it to be, the alignment. A bit all over the place with the UI, but really solid. So let's say we accidentally delete this page. Also, if you want to see where this page is, right now it's just floating in here because it's not having a relationship to anything. So if I want to give a relationship, let's say I want to connect it to all over here. All I have to do is go create a link. I'm gonna say all, and ta-da, linked. If I want to unlink it, unfortunately I have to go into all, have to look for this one, I have to right click it and unlink collection. I don't know, it's kind of weird why they made it like this, but this app is still in early development, so they are still enhancing and adding new features and polishing some other things. So it's gonna be all right eventually. And right now we are seeing this attached as a link because it's easy to open it up. Like right now, if I double click on it, it's gonna give us the information of this object link and whatever. If I want to go back, just click like this. And if I delete it, let's say move to bin, bam. Oh, I forgot this one. This one shouldn't be here, move to bin as well. If I put it in the bin by accident, just go to the bin, ta-da. Or I can just select everything and delete permanently. Are you sure? Mega sure. Easy peasy. Well, not easy, but it's good. It's a good software in my opinion. And very, very user friendly when you get used to it. And as I said, you can do so many interactions with it. It basically creates a library of your mind. And you can input every idea, every thought. You can make it like a journal, a diary, whatever you wish. It's superb, and I love it. And I think it will love you as well. Um, and also, you can check most of their things with terms and privacy and whatever. Um, right now, it's set to local only. Oh, also, I can click on this one and I can make it stable. Or if I want, I can even drag it like so. Quite amazing, some of the things that they did in here, you know? And if you want to add specialized tags, you can create your own or select some of these things. And if you start them, like edit date, for example, bam, it's gonna display over here. They're predefined, but they're pretty cool. If you don't want it, you just unstar it and it hits it back, hides it back. Perfect. Well, I hope you guys found this app interesting and you guys can try it for yourself. And maybe it will help you as it helps me. And yeah, that's it. Catch you all in the next episode. Stay awesome. Bye, 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 bye.